and all that kind of stuff. Y'all talking about just like making it like it's a joke.
Why y'all think that the Holts wouldn't celebrate their 10 year?
I think that they said they were too busy. One of them has been a little busier than others. Somebody's been a little busy bee.
My second phone out there.
I'm sorry, what?
You got 2 phones.
I thought we were done with this.
Business phone, dude.
I got you.
Oh.
Your wife has got 1 foot out the door and you've got 2 phones? You can't have 2 phones in a non-cheating marriage. What you can do is have 2 phones in a cheating marriage. Lord have mercy.
Don't be kicking a horse while he's down. That's another reason I'm mad.
Who's kicking a horse while he's down?
You. Almost as if y'all ain't cheated or cheating or haven't slept with 20 women.
What are you talking about?
For months, people have been buzzing about Martell and Sheree's relationship. Some thought it was just for show, while others believed it was the real deal. But no one saw Laticia stepping in to make things blow up like this. Now Martell is opening up, and the stuff he's revealing is wild. If you thought this was just another cheating scandal, think again. What's about to come out is way more than just Martell and Sheree. We're talking power plays, manipulation, and a reality TV betrayal that's off the charts. So let's dive into how this scandal went from quiet whispers to a full-blown explosion and who's really pulling the strings behind the scenes.
She said, not alleged, Carlos, not alleged. Martell is
No, but like Martell, like explain
guys,
to them.
I'm not gay.
No, listen, like.
If I was, I would make it. I wouldn't be hiding
No, like
that shit.
explain to them how like Tisha lied. Why did you get so upset?
About what?
The stuff that they didn't air. What Martha was saying.
Oh.
Not about the gay stuff.
Oh.
What did Tisha say?
About Melody?
What did she say?
I guess if you guys watch the show, a lot. So Tisha also mentioned that certain things were edited out. Yeah, a lot of things was edited out.
The most of it.
Oh, you know, I
about
don't
me.
even want to mention.
But it was mostly edited about me, Martell. What he was saying about me. That was edited out.
Yeah, that's what got. That's why I was mad, because Marceau was saying a lot of different things about Ariana or whatever. Something that's not true. So the thing is, when stuff is true, you bring
receipts.
You bring the evidence for it, which I did, and I can do it about every week.
Martell Holt is no stranger to cheating scandals. His history of infidelity has been well documented, especially after his messy split from Melody Shari. From secret relationships to love children, Martell has built a reputation that keeps him in the spotlight. But this time, he's not the only one caught up in the drama. Then comes Sheree Whitfield, a seasoned reality star known for her role on The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Unlike Martell, Sheree has managed to keep a clean image when it comes to relationships, but that changed when her name got tied to him. The rumors of Martell and Sheree's involvement started months ago. At first, it seemed like a casual connection. Two reality TV figures linked for clout, maybe even a short-lived romance. But behind the scenes, things were far more complicated. Neither Martell nor Sheree wanted to make their relationship public, and there was a good reason for that. Martell, already dealing with backlash from his past, knew that jumping into another girl would only add fuel to the fire. Sheree, on the other hand, had her own things to protect. As a woman who had been through public breakups before, she wasn't about to let another failed relationship define her. Plus, there was speculation that Sheree wasn't fully invested in Martell, seeing him more as a temporary companion rather than a serious partner. So, why keep it a secret? Because both of them had too much to lose. For Martell, his ongoing legal battles and business ventures were already rocky. Any more controversy, and his brand could take a hit. For Sheree, being linked to a known cheater could make her the subject of ridicule. But what they didn't think was that someone else was watching their every move, waiting for the right moment to strike. And that's where LaTisha Scott comes into play. While the fans assumed LaTisha had no part in this situation, the truth is she was planning something behind the scenes.
Martell is the type of person, if he had anything, he would have been released it a long time ago. He's been showing people stuff on his phone forever. Like the whole revenge porn thing, that did happen. That is a true thing that really happened. And not only have he shown people stuff in his phone of his ex-wife, he's also showed people stuff in his phone with his baby mother. Like, she needs to check on that too. He's shown the boys pictures of her dancing in the closet, shaking after he paid for some type of procedure she had. So he's known for that. So my thing is, Martell show it. And then his thing is, he's like, well, you know, you've been with my homeboy. I'm like, dude, that was in 2001. How is that even relevant? Like, I talked to one of his friends, which is really not his friend, it's just somebody local. That's why college girls don't fool with the local people. Keep it on camera.
LaTisha Scott has always presented herself as the level-headed, strategic wife of Martell Scott. Unlike many of her Love and Marriage Huntsville co-stars, she typically stays out of major drama, choosing instead to focus on her marriage, business, and family. But recent events have made it clear LaTisha isn't as uninvolved as she wants people to believe. Behind the scenes, LaTisha had her own reasons for stirring the pot. Sources close to the situation reveal that LaTisha had been gathering information for months. She knew that if the right people got the right details at the right time, the affair would no longer be a secret. But she didn't want the story to unfold naturally. She wanted it to explode. So, she allegedly manipulated certain conversations and interactions, ensuring that key details about Martell and Sheree's relationship were leaked in a way that couldn't be ignored. Whether it was pushing certain narratives behind the scenes, setting up scenarios where they would be caught, or feeding information to the right people, LaTisha made sure the scandal went public in the most damaging way possible. What's interesting is how well she managed to stay out of the spotlight while pulling the strings. Unlike other reality TV figures who openly engage in drama, LaTisha worked quietly, positioning herself as an innocent bystander while the chaos unfolded. But what she didn't expect was that Martell wasn't going to take the fall without a fight. And that's where things take a wild turn, because Martell, always one to fire back, decides he's not going down alone.
Right. So how long did it take for you to realize that Martell was married?
I'm not dumb. I realized it kind of like off the bat because everything he did was just so secretive. Like,
okay.
He wasn't trying to do nothing that was gonna charge his card or.
Oh, you paid attention to all of that?
Yeah, I don't.
As a woman,
like
okay.
He literally just did. He made sure that it was not gonna be traceable to him. If he did do something for me, it had to come from somebody else. Whether it was money or I live in Birmingham, so he had to pay for me to come and visit. It had to come from somebody. So, he wasn't finna pay for it.
Yeah.
So he would, like, somebody else would be sending you money or.
Yeah.
Okay. Just when it seemed like Martell Holt had been backed into a corner, he did what he does best. He flipped the script. Instead of playing the victim, Martell decided to expose LaTisha Scott's entire scheme. And trust, he came prepared. For weeks, LaTisha had been working behind the scenes, making sure Martell and Sheree's affair became public knowledge. She had positioned herself as the mastermind, controlling the narrative while keeping her hands clean. But what she didn't expect was that Martell had been paying attention all along. He wasn't just reacting, he was collecting receipts. Sources close to the situation revealed that Martell had proof of LaTisha's involvement. Text messages, conversations, and even first-hand accounts from people she had been working with to spread the rumors. And in a shocking move, Martell dropped the bombshell that not only had LaTisha been behind the exposure, but she had her own motives for doing it. So why did he wait until now to speak up? Some people believe it was pure revenge. After all, Martell isn't the type to sit back and let someone play him. Others think it was about damage control. By exposing LaTisha, he was able to shift attention away from himself and make her the villain instead. But there's also a theory that Martell wanted to send a message. He might be messy, but he's not one to be manipulated. And while Martell's revelations were enough to shake things up, what happened next proved that this scandal was far from over. Because LaTisha, she wasn't about to take this quietly.
I don't get a sense on it. I'm very confused. I thought we were doing okay. I thought we were getting along. And then when I invite them to dinner, she doesn't show up. And she's like, "Where's elephants in the room with you?" But when I go to the elephant room, she doesn't want to tell me what the elephants are.
For Sheree Whitfield, this scandal has put her in a tough spot. She had carefully crafted an image as a strong, independent woman who didn't tolerate drama in her personal life. But now, with her affair fully exposed and her connection to Martell making headlines, she finds herself in a tricky position. Does she address the situation head on, or does she attempt to brush it off and move forward? Either way, this is not the kind of publicity she wanted. At first, it seemed like Laticia had won. She had successfully exposed Martell and Sheree's relationship, making them the center of the scandal, but now that Martell has turned the tables, she's the one facing scrutiny. Did her plan backfire, or did she get exactly what she wanted? If her goal was to shift attention away from her own issues, she may have succeeded. But if people start digging deeper into her role, she could find herself in an even bigger mess than before. Then there's Martell Scott, LaTisha's husband, who now finds himself pulled into the drama. Some sources suggest Martell has been trying to keep his distance, not wanting his own name dragged into the mix. But with everything now out in the open, he may have no choice but to address the situation. And while all of this is happening, Melody Shari has been watching it all play out. She's lived through Martell's lies, his betrayals, and the public humiliation that came with it. So watching him get wrapped up in another scandal, it's nothing new to her. But the key difference this time, Melody isn't the one suffering. She's just sitting back watching the whole situation. But let's not forget, Melody's entire marriage to Martell crumbled because of his infidelity. She endured years of deception before finally walking away. And now, here he is again, caught up in another messy situation, except this time with Sheree Whitfield. For Melody, this scandal probably feels like deja vu, just with different players. But what makes this situation even more interesting is LaTisha Scott's involvement. Over the years, Melody and Laticia have had their fair share of issues. Their relationship has been rocky, with moments of shade, tension, and outright beef. So seeing Laticia mastermind this situation, Melody has to be taking it all in with a knowing smirk. After all, Laticia has often tried to distance herself from drama, yet here she is, right in the middle of it. So how does Melody really feel about all of this? On one hand, she might feel vindicated. For so long, she was the one dealing with the fallout of Martell's bad decisions, but now someone else is experiencing it firsthand. Sheree now understands what it's like to be entangled with Martell and his baggage. Laticia, too, is seeing how messy things can get when you involve yourself in someone else's drama. On the other hand, Melody has made it clear that she's moved on from Martell. She's focused on her career, her kids, and securing her future. So while this scandal might entertain her, she's not about to insert herself into it. If anything, she's probably enjoying the fact that for once, she's not the one dealing with the aftermath. With all the layers of this drama, no one is walking away safe. A person commented saying, "Martell just keeps proving over and over that he's his own worst enemy. How many times does he need to be exposed before he learns?" Another one added, "Laticia really thought she was the mastermind, but now she's the one getting played. Karma always comes back around."
I've been focused. And then those Scots had to take me out of my... they had to take me out of that.
Okay.
Out of my little comfort zone.
So Martell is once again exposed for his messy behavior. Whether or not he was serious about Sheree, the way this relationship played out has only added to his reputation as an untrustworthy partner. Meanwhile, Sheree has now been dragged into the spotlight for something she probably wanted to keep private. And given how much she values her image, this is not the kind of attention she was hoping for. On the other side, Laticia is now dealing with the consequences of playing puppet master, and with Melody watching from the sidelines, you know she's taking mental notes. Because at this point, she doesn't have to do anything. Everyone's exposing themselves. With all the lies, manipulation, and exposed secrets, there are still so many unanswered questions, and you know more receipts are bound to drop. And let's be real, Laticia might have thought she was in control, but now she's the one facing the heat. So what do you guys think? Was Laticia just being strategic, or was she straight up messy? Let's talk about it in the comments. That's it for today. See you in the next video.